Hello, my name is Kat,
And I'm Kiwi.
and this is the book we read this month together.
Yeah, for our site, The Cat's Tale.
Yeah. If you want to read more about what books we read every month, you can visit catstalebookclub.blogspot.com, or the links down below.
Yeah.
This is the first Veronica Mars novel, $1,000 Timeline by Rob Thomas and Jennifer Graham.
Yep. It came out in March, late March, so it's newish.
We read this not long after watching the movie.
Yeah. Which we were totally excited about. We both love Veronica Mars a lot.
We fangirled.
A lot!
We fangirled over the movie and we ate marshmallows and yeah.
Yes.
Since we've both been fans of the show, we expected more of the classic Veronica Mars sass and the plot twists that takes you completely off guard.
Yeah. The dialogue and the plot was sort of the important points here, and the characters that we love.
Yeah.
You know. And high expectations, although it can be hard to translate from one media to another. Books to movies, TV shows to movies to books can be pretty hard.
Yeah.
So, certain wariness before going in.
You can say Veronica Mars has tested some forms of media now.
Yeah, definitely. I have not tried fanfiction though. And
I think maybe not.
but they can sell it on Amazon now,
Yeah.
I think, which is kind of cool, also kind of scary.
Maybe we could find some fanfics that agree with our old ship, Veronica and Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a slightly tipsy book talk.
Yeah.
And having ginger beer.
It's delicious.
Too delicious.
Can't taste the alcohol, which is problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. First thought was that I was kind of expecting the book to be told in first person to get a better insight into Veronica Mars's head. So initially I was kind of disappointed that they didn't go for that. But in the end it didn't really bother me as it worked the way it was.
Yeah, I'm always a bit weird when I start a book, like trying to figure out how, what its tone is, and I had a bit difficulty getting into this, but once I got into it, I was really into it. So I didn't think about the person at all, really, except for the first few pages. And, I think it worked. It would be very hard, I think, to write in first person.
Yeah.
A character like this,
That's true.
You don't always know what's going on in her head, even though there's been voiceovers in the show and the movie, but yeah, you still get, inside her head.
Yeah, you do.
So
you get inside her head. And you get the Veronica sass and the quick, snarky replies. And if that was missing, I would be really, really disappointed in this book.
Yeah, the dialogue is crucial.
Yeah. There's this Veronica Mars way of speaking that's very important to the character.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't seen the movie or the series, you can probably read this book just fine, but I think it will be a lot better if you have seen the previous material.
But there's like 12 pages of, okay, that's an exaggeration, but there are several pages that basically just retell what happened in the movie, as well as some nods to the show in there, and characters are explained by previous cases, etc. So there's definitely connections to the past, and, well, I saw the movie 2 days before I read the book, so I was a bit annoyed by the retelling, but it's probably useful if you haven't seen the movie, or if it's been a while.
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks between I watched the movie and read the book, and then I figured out that even though I liked the movie a lot, it was really fan serving, as in
fan service.
Yeah, I couldn't really remember the plot. I just remembered classic Veronica Mars moments and the feel of the film and the reunion
and the fight.
Yeah, and the fight.
Yeah.
So the plot was better here.
Much better. It was much tighter and less sort of random. It was in the movie. The plot was sort of an addition to we made a movie.
Yeah.
Whereas here the plot is actually the center of the novel. And Veronica is the character we meet the most. It's not that reunion feeling. It's not this yay we resurrected it thing going here. Although it is placed in a timeline and connected with everything, so
yeah,
it's cool.
You don't spend so much time catching up with everybody because this isn't like 10 years between the last time they saw each other. Like the movie and the series, it's 9 or 10 years between them
in time. Yeah, here it's a few months.
Yeah,
I think it's 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One thing I was kind of missing though, there was a tiny little plot thing at the end of the movie involving Eli that they just kind of skated over. I felt they mentioned it, but there was no resolve there.
No.
And that kind of annoyed me a bit.
There's often that thing with no resolve regarding a certain Weevil.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of the major, oh no, they cancel the show too. Like, I don't know, I'm probably too invested in his character.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We've always been fans of Weevil.
Yeah. And he does a nugget of truth in this one. Directing the attention of Veronica in the right place, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's a very, very small part in this book, but I would really miss it. It would be wrong if it wasn't there at all.
Yeah, Veronica is really the main character, and she's the most, the person you follow around, obviously, so she's sort of the only character that is a lot in it. Others are sort of popping up now and then. Mac being the other most prominent one, and as well as Keith.
Yeah.
So
also, Logan is deployed at. He's working for the Navy and is deployed at sea. So he's just like a side thing.
Yeah, they Skype.
They Skype.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really nice way to do it, because then large parts of the books didn't disappear in the relationship that's already been done over and over.
It's no relationship drama, which is nice. It's a relief, especially after the movie.
The only relationship drama there is not between Veronica and her love interests.
No,
there is,
yeah, and the mystery is also really good. It's like you figured out some parts of it, or I figure out some parts of it rather, but I didn't really see the whole thing, and I like being surprised by plots, so the twist was good. Yeah,
the twist was really good. The initial part was like, you think it's kind of, you know what's going on, and you might have a clue where it's heading, and then it doesn't go there.
No.
Or it goes there, and then it throws another curveball at you.
Yeah. So I think it's a good mystery for Veronica, and it's sort of her first big mystery back in Neptune after the events of the movie. So
yeah, and I think after she's kind of struggling to keep Mars Investigations on its feet after being on dry spell with not getting work, and then she gets the big case. Yeah,
which throws past at her as well, without spoiling anything.
Yeah, it came back to something that the movie didn't talk about at all, and something that I kind of wanted to know more about, because I think it was season 2 that's in the series last time we got to talk about this person.
It's possible. I don't know. I'm very bad with chronology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we liked it quite a bit.
Yeah. Also, I think the way it's written is really it's well written. It's a very easy read when you first sit down and read it. It is great.
Yeah. Also, the book is delicious. It's all floppy and it sounds nice and touches nice and sort of trashy enough to be sort of Veronica Mars, former teen noir, now just detective noir.
Yeah.
Regular noir, then I guess, ish, without being too cliche, I guess. And, yeah.
Yeah.
So the feeling of the book is good. And, yeah, and I'm probably also gonna have to get this in audio because,
Kristen Bell is reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another friend of mine listened to the audiobook and she rated it 5 stars on Goodreads, so she really liked it. Yeah. Oh, I also rated it 5 stars on Goodreads.
I think I gave it 4, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Memory?
I don't think you have given it a rating.
Oh, no. Okay, so I'll probably give it 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Some issues there are. But,
there are issues, yeah, but the plot twist at the end was satisfying enough for me to push it up to a 5.
Yeah, it was really, I think it was really good. Veronica Mars mystery.
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly long. It's about 300 pages, I think. So
yeah, 320 something.
Yeah, so it's fleshy as well. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I was super annoyed that nothing was said about the fonts used.
With a weird hang up to have.
Yeah, but usually it says it's printed or set in this and this type, but no. And it's not like I think some of this is definitely Helvetica or something, but like I would like to know. It's not that I don't know, I just got hung up.
I find it kind of interesting to see that Rob Thomas has written other stuff. I didn't know he was published books. I only thought of him as a TV writer, screenwriter.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. I knew he had written some things, but not all of this.
Maybe I have to check some of them on Goodreads. See what it is.
Yeah, when in doubt, drink. Yes. And Kat here has totally marked it, so you know it's good. Look at all these.
Yeah. Except when I look at half of them, I can't remember why the hell I marked it, because for the first half of this book I read it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, one of the problems I have with this whole reboot, I guess, is the sheriff thing. It's kind of annoying that they're brothers.
Yeah.
Dan and Don. No.
It was a bit too dragged out, because it's like the problems we had with the sheriff before just done over.
Yeah, only this time he's corrupt, not lazy and stupid. Well, he's that too.
Lazy, stupid, and corrupt.
Yeah. So he's like the worst... What? The worst version of his brother, which is... I don't know, couldn't they just have gotten another differently named deadbeat? I kind of feel that, but at the same time it's sort of okay. I mean, he has a reason to hate Veronica, sort of.
Yeah, her dad, but yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Definitely, it's exciting. It's definitely an intense book in parts, and it's definitely a good mystery, and it's funny, which is very important. So I think it fits in the Veronica Mars universe very well, and I think that this plot would have been much better suited for the movie, actually.
Yeah. Except this plot was perhaps not so much of a thrill ride as some parts of the movie. As in,
True.
There's some action scenes that this book didn't have, that was that intense, that involved Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
There were some parts, but not as many as in the movie, so if they want a really thrilling movie, this would need some modifications, I think.
But I think I read somewhere, and don't quote me on this, it might be something I made up, but that this book is based on the first, or one of the earlier scripts that Rob Thomas wrote for the movie at an earlier stage, years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely I think this plot works really well. It's better than the plot in the movie, which is sort of a bit sad, but also good. And I'm so happy it worked in book format.
Yeah, really excited to read more of this.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's probably an advantage to know Veronica Mars, but you don't have to. And I don't think it's a mystery novel in its own right, and not just a Veronica Mars novel, so that's cool, and yeah.
Yeah, you can read it if you have no previous knowledge about Veronica Mars,
Yeah.
but you will get more from the experience if you know Veronica Mars.
Yeah. But it's definitely not a must, which it was with the movie very much, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie was very fan-serving.
Yeah. So, I'm very excited about the next one, and I'd like more, to be honest. I really loved reading Veronica Mars. But then again, I love reading, so...
Yeah.
It sounded like I said I love reading, which I don't. I really, really don't. I hate reading.
I have one thing I marked here. I think I give an example of the way the book is written.
Yeah.
He was beanpole tin, a series of jutting angles strung together with tweed like some academic scarecrow.
Yeah.
How can you not love it?
It's
Academic scarecrow.
Funny and apt, I guess. I don't know what apt means.
It's a light read. It's
Yeah.
quick and a light read, and it's a relaxing read. It doesn't feel like it takes a lot of brain power, even though you kind of sit there and mull over the mystery.
Yes. Well, it's a little pulpy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fast fiction in a way.
The
Yeah.
cover.
But that's sort of the genre, isn't it? And it's sort of in line with what Veronica Mars is, because it's never been... I mean, it touches upon, you know, longer and deeper storylines, etc., etc., and it's definitely not just light entertainment, but it's also light entertainment.
Yeah. In a way, there's stuff here that they can take into further books and continue
Yeah.
on, but if you just want to read some Veronica Mars, you can read this as a standalone.
Yeah.
It has an ending.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. We liked it. Some minor issues with it, but overall, good read.
Yeah. And you always have some issues with books, normally.
Yes.
No
No book is perfect.
No.
And no book is all bad.
No.
And I totally stole that from Maureen Johnson's Twitter, so...
That's a very good place to steal things from.
She's a good one.
She's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
If you like this type of video, hit like, and we would love it if you would subscribe to us, and head over to our blog if you want to see more. And we will be announcing what we will be reading for the month of May there very soon.
Yeah. So, read along if you want to.
Yes, please read with us. We love it when people read with us.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.